Well, today we're going to talk about chakras, right?
Awesome, yes. We talked about that on the last show.
That we were going to talk about that on this show. But before we do, Onea, can we talk about this last eclipse we had?
Yes.
What did you think of it?
It was really powerful. Not only was it really powerful, but it was gorgeous. But we had a major lunar eclipse, which on this side of the world we weren't able to witness because it was on the other side. But it was a pretty powerful moon.
Well, let me tell you how it affected me, because I'm not the only one. I think anyone who's a little sensitive at all really felt it, and I know you did, and I did. But I've had vertigo ever since. Now, it's getting a little bit better than it was, and I kept pushing through it, but I still have some hanging on. I've never had vertigo in my life.
What is vertigo?
You're just kind of dizzy.
You just kind of feel dizzy, okay. I had a client that had vertigo, and they actually said they took motion sickness pills for that.
Great idea.
And that will help at least keep the spinning from going.
I spin naturally anyway. Just wind me up like a top and I spin, yes. But that's a great idea.
Well, that has to be a little aggravating too. And also too with all the rain and the barometric pressure being down or up or whatever you say. That probably has a cause for it too.
Boy, we are scientific, aren't we? Not only are we not really sharp on technical things, but now we're showing our ignorance on scientific things. But she knows what I'm talking about, and I know what she's talking about. And
hopefully you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, and hopefully that's right, the name of our show. Let's talk about chakras. Chakras are like little vortexes. And everybody, I think, kind of knows what a vortex is, but in case they don't.
Right. Go into depth, because I think we believe everybody knows what it is, and I'm still not really educated fully on it. Okay. So, yeah, go into a little more.
Okay, a vortex is actually the magnetic energy that's in the ground. And since we live so close to Sedona, and everyone kind of that goes to Sedona, if they don't know about the vortexes in Sedona, they will learn about them. Many people come from all over the world to meditate, to sit in a vortex and feel the energy. Sedona alone has 4 different major little energy systems to balance chakras with, okay? But what we're going to talk about, actually, while I'm thinking about it, there are only 4 major ones recognized in the world.
Okay. Now, what's the difference? Are they like on 4 different sides of the world? Are they...
The vortexes?
Yes.
There are 2 that are considered with positive energy, and 2 that are considered negative energy.
Okay.
The positive energy, although Sedona has 4 vortexes.
Right, I was just going to ask you about that.
Right, but it's considered one vortex center when they talk about the major vortexes in the world, okay?
Okay. But that's one of the ones of the 4.
One of the 4 is in Sedona, Arizona, and the 2 positive energies are Sedona, Arizona, and Kauai, Hawaii. The negatives are the Bermuda Triangle and Sussex County. No, it's not. Is it in England? I think so. Sussex County in England are considered the negatives.
Okay.
But a vortex, again, is the magnetic energy in a ground. Okay. However, you can have a vortex in your own backyard. You can have a vortex just right outside the door of this building.
Now, and I talk a lot about people that need the proof and people that need to know that. Is there a way to barometer it? Is there a way to measure it on a scale?
Well, there is, because it is a magnetic energy, okay? But anyone who's sensitive at all to energies can feel the energy, where you don't need to have a magnetic kind of a proof thing. But yes, it is, because it's magnetic energy. But in our body, we have vortexes that are just like that. They're little energy wheels. They look like little wheels, and they're not visible to the naked eye, and they're not visible on an X-ray. They are in the subtle bodies of the body.
Okay.
There are 32 vortexes, not vortexes, but chakras,
Okay.
that are in the body. However, most of the time when they're talked about, or when you learn to meditate or work with chakras, the 7 major ones are the ones they always talk about,
Okay.
even though we have minors and majors.
Okay. And I am assuming each one serves a different purpose. It's not just having them all over 7 over your body.
Right.
They each serve a purpose for different reasons.
They're different
Okay.
reasons, and they're aligned, and we will talk about them. And I don't know, Tani, can you get a close-up of this? Is that possible for you to hone the camera in on this? What this is an outline or a drawing of a body with kind of little dots right along the major torso of the body, showing where the major chakras exist, even though we have chakras in our knees, our feet, our hands, and excuse me, especially healers that do hands-on healing, or even Reiki workers that channel energy, all have the center of their palm that has a chakra where energy is sent through, okay? Or the chakra system.
We all have that, but other people have a stronger chakras than others?
No,
Okay.
we all have the same strength chakras. We all have the same chakras.
Okay.
However, it can change according to the aura is reflected from the colors of the chakra. And the aura can change due to emotional issues going on. Like if you're stressed or angry or happy or feeling loving and peaceful, our aura changes colors according to that, but the aura colors are all reflective of the colors of the chakra system. The chakras are a way of keeping you healthier.
Okay.
If we learn to work with that and learn to balance our chakra system, our whole entire beingness is in balance, healthier, happier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's important, and that's part of what we are trying to get out there, is how to keep yourself good health and keep yourself balanced in alternative ways.
Well, beingness, last week we talked about all of the junk mail we're receiving and keeping junk mail out of our minds. And this is just another aspect of what you can do to help yourself stay well balanced. And healthier. Let's talk about it, Onea. You want to take the base chakra? We're going to talk about the 7 major chakras that are starting at the base of your spine. And we're going to tell you what organs they regulate in your body and how important it is that each chakra governs different organs in your body. So we have to read it because we don't have it memorized, and we're not going to go into each and every little detail, but we'll give you the highlights. And why don't you start at the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine, and the color for that chakra is red. Want to read what organs it governs?
The first chakra, the base or root chakra, is located at the base of the spine and is defined as the chakra that governs understanding of physical dimension in the energy centers through which one experiences fight or flight. It externalizes as the adrenaline gland governs the kidneys and the spinal column and is perceived as red.
Thank you. Well, and you know, when we're angry, we always associate the color red with anger. So if you're not comfortable in your own body or you're angry, the red is going to reflect in your aura, because that's where that particular, we call it the seat of the body, how comfortable you are, how you sit. You know, the base of the spine. Next, we go up around the navel area, and the color for that chakra is an orange. It is also the creative and sexual chakra. So bringing the energy into there also helps with, if you are creative, like a writer or a painter and you have a writing block or whatever, working with that chakra and releasing any blockage is going to help you break free and loose of that.
Okay.
So the color for that is orange, and it regulates creativity, the sexual reproductive organs, ovaries, of course, testes, that kind of thing.
Okay.
The next one is the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, right here in your midriff.
Okay.
And the color for that is a golden yellow. Why don't you just give us what organs it governs?
That it's the nervous system, the clearinghouse for emotional sensitivities and issues of personal power. It's the color yellow.
Right, and a good test for anybody that's watching the show, if you've never done this, take a deep breath, just inhale through your nose, follow the breath down inside your body as far as it'll go, and see where it stops.
Okay.
Most people, it hangs up right here. Because we have emotional stuff that we haven't cleared out and we're hanging on to it, which is a blockage that prevents the chi or energy from flowing properly.
Right.
So give a deep breath, see how far down you can go. Honey, you too, our camera gal.
It went a little lower than my
Solar plexus?
Solar plex, yeah.
Okay. Now, if you can get to where you can run it all the way through your feet and release it through your feet, then you know you're pretty clear, that you do not have that blockage. But give it a try at home. See where your breath stops.
That's interesting, yeah.
What do we have next? Well, we have the solar plexus. Next, we go into the heart chakra, which is a winter or Kelly green. And shamans of all times have always seen the healing color as a winter or Kelly dark green.
Okay.
So most healers work with that
Okay.
dark color. But the heart chakra is a winter or Kelly green, and of course it governs, let's see what it governs. Where am I? Well, it influences the immune system, the endocrine system, the center through which we feel love. It helps the heart, it helps the blood, the chemistry of your body. Okay? Very important. They're all important. The next chakra is our throat chakra, if you want to take that.
The throat chakra, the center of expression, communication, and judgment, is seen in the color blue.
Okay, so this particular blue, though, of the throat chakra is more like a sea mist blue, but communication.
Okay.
And what you have next, we go...
And you said that was in the throat.
In the
which
throat.
Makes sense
the
for
throat
communication.
Chakra. You know, actually, sometimes when I'm speaking with someone and I want to convey like a healing kind of an energy, but I'm doing it through my voice, through sound, through words. Often I will bring the color green into my throat and just kind of like you're swishing water around, just kind of swish it around that color, and so I can communicate in a nice healing way. Not everybody would agree with that, but I try to do that in a nice way. Next, we have our third eye chakra, which is between the brows. The color for the third eye is an indigo blue. If anyone has a hard time visualizing indigo blue, a dark blue will work just fine, like a navy blue or a dark blue, but it's really indigo blue. And it governs, of course, the third side, that side that the eyes do not pick up beyond the dimensions. It's the thought center. It's considered our spiritual nature, and it has a somehow an effect on our brain and our nervous system.